Hello everyone, welcome back to Enemy Action Kharkov. This is German Solo, and before continuing with turn 7, I want to say a few more things about the ground condition markers and the ground conditions in general. As I've said before in my previous part, which was the end of phase for turn 6, we set up the ground condition markers, and then we reveal the marker, and we revealed a heavy mud turn for turn 7, but I want to say a few more things before proceeding, because you haven't seen it before. So all turns between turn 7 and turn 13 are checked for ground conditions, and it's going to the of these three states: frozen, light mud, or heavy mud. Turn 14 by the rules is always a frozen turn, and it's initially we seed the calendar with markers, with the ground condition markers. Initially it's for turns 7 to 10, and then at the end of game turn 10 we will, if the game hasn't ended, of course, we will place again the ground condition markers in the spaces from 11 to 13, and it's going to be in the round during the turns 11 to 14, it's going to be more likely to get mud conditions. So okay, what every marker means. Okay, frozen is the normal, we would say, state of the game, which means that it's business as usual, and we don't with no changes. It's exactly the same as we have been playing during the previous turn. Light mud now is almost the same, with a few exceptions, with a few different things to do. Well, the first thing that really concerns the German player is that we, instead of getting 7 supplemental cards, we just get 4 supplemental cards to obviously to depict the fact that we were well, I think that Germans struggled more with mud than the Soviets. Okay, also, if you remember from the terrain effects chart, there are different movement costs when crossing rivers, when there's a light mud, and of course German also units can't conduct strategic movement. Well, we haven't used it so far, but you can see situations where this would be super annoying for us. Also, the maximum combat cheat draw is 6 cheats, regardless of combat tactics and units attacking and stuff. So yes, well, it has happened. And of course, the one good thing we've got going in our German solo is that the drawn Soviet cards are not returned to their draw pile. They are discarded. So when the conditions, the ground condition is a light mud, it's the turn as we know it, but with these few modifications that actually limit the effectiveness of the armies. So, well, heavy mud, on the other hand, is quite different story. Heavy mud has its own special sequence of play, and this is what we're going to do in turn 7. So I'm not going to elaborate, because we're going to see it right now in action. But let me just say that we have a special sequence of play, and in the sense that we're not going to play any cards, and we're not going to activate any formation. So we will see about that with the next sequence of play. So also let's see. I mean, there are two mud markers. So, and we get to seed the turns twice. So this means that we can get between 2 and 4. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to getting, oh, maybe, yes, we're going to get between 2 and 4 mud turns, and of course the maximum is going to be 2 heavy mud and 2 light mud, with any combination of those possible. And this is because for the next turns, for turns 11 to 13, we're going to get 1 frozen marker out of play, so it's going to, and we're going to use 3. So yeah, in all probability we'll get, it has to be, yeah, the minimum you can get is 2, 1 in the first set of turns, the other one in the next set of turns, and the maximum is of course 4 mud turns. So you have to, as the player, you have to plan as best as you can accordingly. So yes, okay, as I've said, my only complaint is that I would love to see in the sequence of play summary or in the play raids something clear instructions. I mean, no, the instructions themselves are clear, but they're not very visible. You have to go to the scenario 18.3, and there is no hint that you should do so in the sequence of play. Well, but that's only a minor complaint. So I think that's all that's now. So let's get back to see how turn 7 will be played. Okay, before proceeding with turn 7, however, let me fix a mistake that I have spotted while reviewing the previous parts, and it was when we air resupplied the units of the Soviet units. I missed that this one was higher total strength than this unit here before proceeding to the lowest number hex. So this was a 4, this was a 3. So this is the one that would be air resupplied, and this one was not. The other units are just 2 strength, so yeah, the tiebreaker was highest total strength. This is a 3. Here this was a 4. So this one would be the air resupplied one. So yeah, this receives. This would be supplied at the end of turn. Well, doesn't actually matter right now because it was towards the end of the turn, and nothing went on in this area of the map. So now let's proceed to the special turn 7, and it's special because it's a heavy mud turn, as we have already, let me get here to the calendar, as we have already found out during the end of turn 6, we revealed the marker, and it's a heavy mud marker. And as I have mentioned previously, heavy mud has its own special sequence of play. Okay, number 1, reserve phase, which is conduct as a normal sequence of play. So, okay, the reserve phase, take the units from the current turn space and place them in their reserve boxes. And there are only, thankfully, there are only German reserves, and it's the Corps Raus reserves. There are 3 units of Corps Raus, and yeah, we'll get them into the reserve units box. So yeah, let me get them there. There are 3 infantry units, not the highest of strengths, however, but yeah. So let me get 2 and no other reserve units here. So okay, you can see the start ground markers, and yeah, let's go to the reserve box, and that's our reserve box. And now it's turn 7, so we get to deploy reserves, because the next step is deploy delayed German reserves by 7-3. Delayed reserves, during the reserve, say any full strength units to your reserve units box with a printed game turn 2 or more game turns earlier than the current one may be deployed to the map without a card play in accordance with the reserve placement rules. The delayed reserve rules does not apply to replacement or reduced units in the reserve box. Okay, so we've got one that fulfills the criteria. This one, I don't know if you can see, it has a printed turn. No, it doesn't. We can't focus. Okay, it has it's full strength, and it has a printed turn of entry 5. So these ones are also full strength, but they've got 6. So this one gets to be deployed. This one is a reduced unit, so it isn't deployed by that. And these ones are the reinforcements of current turn. So yeah, let me put this. So we get to deploy this unit according to the standard reserve deployment procedure. And so let's move to the Army Detachment Camp area where Corps Raus belong, and see how we can deploy this unit. Okay, this is the area. You can see this Army Detachment Camp area. This is where we get to deploy, and well, I want to. Well, we don't have many choices, because we have to either. No matter what method of deployment we choose, either tactical or strategic, we have to place them in a supply head or adjustment to supply head. And right now, supply heads are only these hexes, the mapped hexes, and yeah, and we don't have a road, because the roads leading of them are blocked. So yeah, this one is blocked here by this zone of control of this unit, and of course this also is blocked here. So this is not a valid supplier, so we couldn't go, for example, here or here. And it's even worse for strategic deployment. Yeah, we can't get them. So well, I want to get by reserve deployment, and I think the best we could place them by here. Well, we have to be 3 away from any of these units. Garrisons don't count for the tactical reserve deployment, yeah, but I would have to be 3 away unless I'm up in the map at the hex. So here we want to 3. Yes, that would be possible one, yeah, but I don't think this hex helps me a lot, so I will prefer another hex, and I think we have discussed about it previously. I will get my unit here. According to the tactical reserve deployment, I can place my unit adjacent to a Soviet garrison, and this, because this is a mapped hex, it can be just 2 away from this unit. It's 1, 2, garrisons don't count, and it is within 1, 2, 3 from units in the same corps. And this unit, so it isn't supply. When Corps Raus activates, this garrison will probably go away, opening supply to other stuff. Plus, it has the added benefit of of creating a situation, because this is unit is foreigners front. So this unit now is nearly surrounded, because I can just go one and this unit is surrounded. So it will have to move away from Sumy, and well, it's kind of relieving a little bit Sumy. And if this goes away from Sumy, depending on how to go, maybe we can open also this supply line, and maybe we get some units in this hex, or even in these hexes. Well, not much, but yeah, right now, as I've said, I'm not very optimistic about winning the game, but I could at least make it last a little bit longer, not losing, maybe I will be defeated eventually, but I will want to avoid a strategic defeat. So yeah, that was placement of delayed German reserves. And yeah, so next one is the card preparation phase. The card preparation phase has also its own special rules. So yeah, let's get to the German combat card display. So let's see what happens. These are my primary discards. These are my auxiliary, my supplemental card discards, and these are the ones that are normally available for turn 7. Now, conduct German card preparation step 3 of this phase only, and step 3 is just card preparation phase. Step 3: place last turn's supplemental card discards face down in available supplemental card pile. Oh, so the only thing that's step 3, isn't it? Yes, step 3. So the only thing that goes on is these cards are getting back to the available supplemental, and will probably be all supplemental cards will be available for turn for next turn, actually turn 8, because I can't see us getting any cards. Yeah, last turns. Yeah, well, so yeah, I'm sorry. So I'm getting this back. Well, maybe, yeah, shuffling a little bit. Yeah, well, I will shuffle them again when it's time to draw them. It will be turn 8, I think, by then. But yeah, some extra shuffle never hurt anyone, I suppose. So yeah, that's the situation here. So we've got all these available, and we've got also our cards available. And then, if this is game turn 7, yes it is, remove the Soviet Stavka card permanently from play. Oh, that's good. That's good, because it is turn 7. Well, it would. Well, let me remind you that if we use, if the Stavka cards gets used in any way during turn 7, it will be removed from play anyway. But the timing is great, because they are not going to use it in any way on turn 7. So yeah, we save. We're saved actually by so these are the Soviet discards. So let me find the Stavka card, and yeah, probably, and where is it? It was one of the first ones, and I think it was used as a combat tech the previous turn. So we've got the Stavka card, and now this gets out of play, gets removed from play for the rest of the game, which is good, which is fine by me. So let's get back to our map and see what the next step is. Okay, next step would normally be the supply phase, but the instruction is skip this phase, except do remove out of supply and isolated markers from units able to trace supply. Okay, so we don't check for supply, and we don't place garrisons. Yeah, supply skip only. Yeah, skip entirely, except remove out of supply and isolated units from units now in supply. So yeah, let's see
which of the Soviet units can now resupply? I mean, we have no German units out of supply right now, so we've got the units that will, the units that went in supply. So I think, let's start here. This was the first unit that was unable to trace supply, but now it can. These units opened up the supply line, but even if they're removing these units, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it's in supply right now. So yes, this is supplied. Probably will cause some problems for us, but I hope that Voronezh front avoids around will give us a little bit breathing space. They will not be too tempted to attack our units. So now my units will be in supply. So but let's get to the other more numerous units that were they were out of supply. So okay, now this one was out of supply, and now it's able to resupply, as we have said, because it can go 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and now you can see everything, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and yes, this is the supply head. So this is now in supply and creating, this will be my main problem, because they got now a strength of 10, accumulated strength of 10, attacking, and they've got a unit of 3 here. That's definitely 3 to 1. But okay, we'll see. As I've said, 6th Army has caused me I think the majority of my problems through time. So this one also, I think it can't resupply now, because it can go just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It can't resupply. That's why it moved there to be able to resupply. But I don't think these units here can resupply. This unit is behind, can't resupply. So so this unit can't trace, but we're not examining supply right now. But this unit definitely can't resupply. These are the 2 units we have to examine, and this one can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 still. Not, but from in the other direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, still this unit is not able to trace supply, and this unit is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not even close to tracing supply. Let me remind you that because of this unit here, we have successfully cut off supply to Pavlograd, and this road can't now be used for tracing supply. I hope my unit holds out a little bit until I can relieve it or something, because it will be out of supply. It will be out of supply itself and this unit also. But okay, I'll try and do something with that. So that was okay. These 3 can't resupply. No other units are out of supply. No isolated units of map. So that was the supply phase of a heavy mud turn. Now command phase. Skip this phase entirely. Instead, each side receives 2 infantry replacement steps. Assign your steps to eligible German infantry unit, and assign 1 Soviet infantry step to a unit in each front using the priorities of 16-1. So we don't get any activation stuff, we just get 2 replacement points, but just infantry replacement steps. Eligible German infantry units priorities of 16.1. So let's get to our priorities. German replacement steps are assigned to units in the named okay. Reduced one-step infantry units on the map. If steps remain after all such units, okay, and then it will be infantry units in the eliminated box. So yeah, we're not getting any armor. So we've got yes, I think it says to eligible, doesn't it? Yeah, to eligible German units, and yes, eligibility. Okay. An unmarked unit must be in supply and they will, well, it doesn't say anything about requirements, does it? Per 16.1, it says, okay. But, okay, I've got 2 units here. I mean, let me show you. My only infantry units, I've only got, yeah. Well, I've got infantry units in 3rd Corps right here. But they're not reduced, so they can't get, but we've got 2 infantry units here, 1 3rd Corps, one, this one, the other ones are all armor, so they're not eligible, and they're, yeah, they're in supply, able to trade supply, no problem. So yes, they will receive 1 point. Well, this was good because yeah, and this also is okay. So yeah, well, I'm quite happy with that. And let's see, we've got Soviet infantry units. 1 in each front will receive. Okay. One, so we've got 1 unit for the southwestern front and 1 unit for the Voronezh front. Yeah, I can see. Okay, let's start by southwest front. Southwest front, we've got 6th Army, but all its units, army units, are yeah, they've got. All its infantry units are full strength. Okay, the only units in you can see them pretty well, but yeah, yeah. Oh, you know these. Okay, we'll try and get a little bit zoom. Yeah, the only units in the southwest front that are reduced is this one and this one. 2 infantry units, and one of them will get the replacement point, and the priorities is okay, sorry. Within a given priority, assign to a Soviet unit with the lowest selector, but yeah, okay. So this saves us from some trouble because this one will get, it's also, this is 17 selector, this is 26. So yeah, but this one can't trace, it's surrounded, it can't trace reserve supply, so that would be a problem because it doesn't say anything about eligibility or stuff like that. But I think it should be, yeah, it doesn't say eligibility for the Soviets, but I think it would be ridiculous to allow for supply. Assign 1, use the priorities to unit in each front. 2 infantry, assign your steps to eligible infantry units. Okay. Doesn't say anything, it's not. But okay, this unit this unit is lowest selector, and it can. This is a Soviet moped, Soviet countries, reserve supply, no problem, and it will be full strength again. Okay, that's. You got an IP. Yeah, that could create some problems now for us, because it can now attack and bring reinforcements as well in doing so. So that goes Southwest Front, and let's get Voronezh Front. Voronezh Front, okay, let's go over here, and Voronezh Front. Voronezh Front. Yes, I think there's only one unit. Yeah, there's just exactly one infantry unit. Reduced, all the others are intact. I mean, yeah, they were. So this one, and of course this country's supply and reserve supply, so no problems with that. So this one receives the replacement point and gets full strength, take full strength again. So yeah, that was it. And I think that was the command phase for a heavy mode turn. And so then it's again end of turn phase. Okay, that was quick, wasn't it? Well, not as quick. So it's end of turn again, and yeah, okay. Conduct as in the normal sequence of play, except do not check for victory. Okay, so we don't check for victory. Well, I mean, what's the conditions here? So the conditions is German strategic victory less than 17 points. No, we're retreating 24, well, more than 24 points. German strategic defeat. So I have avoided a strategic defeat because next turn it's operational defeat. So we don't check for, but even if we checked, yeah. So no. Okay, end of turn phase. Return all combat hits to cap. Well, this has already happened. Remove dispersed and forward supports. None are in play. Check garrison markers in villages for removal. We haven't placed any. Okay. We haven't placed any garrisons, but yeah, I know, because some units that were isolated, it would have an to be examined, because some units that would be that were previously isolated and maybe now got back into supply, they would get back their zones of control. So yeah, maybe this in theory could influence the placement of garrisons, of Soviet garrisons. So no, this hasn't happened. So yeah, I don't think we get to examine. Yeah, we don't examine these. Hopefully, and yeah, that's interesting. It's turn 7. Special for turn 7, end of turn phase. Remove all Soviet objective markers from play. So we've got both the objectives for Southwest Front and the First Guards Army. This one here is in Zaporizhia, so it gets removed, and the one also in Kramatorsk, the First Guards Army objective. Yeah, way up there. It will also get removed. So that's interesting, because from next turn, Southwest Front will have to care about, getting surrounded and being able to, well, supplies always. You have to care from turn 4 onwards, but they will have to follow the methods just as Voronezh Front, avoid getting surrounded, and they will not gravitate towards Zaporizhia or Kramatorsk. Well, they will, because it's a victory point. So yes, that's turn 7. So next one, Advance turn marker and start next turn. But okay, no. Before that, yeah, that's my little complaint about the rule book. We have to reveal the ground conditions for turn 18. Okay, during the end of turn phase, end of game turn 7, we reveal the ground condition marker for game turn 8. So let's get there and see what's in stock for us. So yes, okay, I don't think we need this anymore. This have mud. So sorry, I don't think we need it anymore. So turn 7. Oh, first guards army. Heavy reinforcements. Is Slovyansk safe? Well, no, it's not. We'll have to do something about it. So let's reveal the ground condition, and it's frozen. Okay, so frozen means business as usual for everyone. So that's it. Now we're ready to start turn 8. So next part will be turn 8. So that was all for turn 7, and see you in the next part.